Interest rates have been kind of stubborn so far in 2024. They've stayed fairly high, which a lot of people, especially investors, aren't too happy about. They'd prefer if rates were a little bit lower. But the good news is that the APY, or the annual percentage yield for high yield savings accounts, is staying right around that 4.5 to 5.5% range, keeping it nice and easy for us to continue building up our savings. Now, keep in mind that the APY for the savings accounts that we're going over in this video may fluctuate a little by the time you're watching it. Meaning if a savings account right now currently has an APY of, say, 5%, there's a chance that it could drop down to 4.75%. The APY is a variable rate, meaning that over time it can move up and down. There's also a chance that if you're watching this video, you might be inspired to subscribe to the channel for similar videos. With that being said, let's start with the first one, which is the Everbank Performance Savings Account with a current APY of 5.15%. This means that if you have $10,000 saved in this account, you'd be earning over $500 a year, or about $43 a month, just from the interest payments. What's also great about this account as well is that there's no minimum balance required. So if you wanted to, you could just start out with $1 and build up a savings from there. Now, a few things to keep in mind of with this specific bank is that there are only a few physical locations, and a lot of them are in Florida, so it's mostly online. But what's nice is that you can pretty easily transfer money from your Everbank savings account to a different account that has easier access to ATMs and physical locations. So if you're looking for a really simple online savings account with a pretty high APY of 5.15%, then the Everbank Performance Savings Account might be one to consider. The next one is the Tab Bank High Yield Savings Account with a 5.27% APY. Now, the APY for this savings account is one of the highest you can find right now, and very similar to Everbank savings, there's no minimum amount required to open up an account. So if you wanted to, you could put in $1,000 or just $1 to start out. It also has 0 monthly maintenance fees, as well as an uncapped balance amount, meaning if you're really rich and have $1 million in cash, you could put it into this account and still earn that 5.27% APY. There's also the Tab Spend account, which is really just a checking account, but offers rewards such as 1% cash back on all purchases, as well as 3.5% APY on any unspent money kept in that account. So the Tab Spend account is kind of an additional way to earn money on top of the high yield savings account. So again, that's the Tab Save High Yield Savings Account at a 5.27% APY. Number 3 is the Western Alliance High Yield Savings Premier Account. So this account is currently paying a 5.36% APY, which is actually a little bit higher than the Tab Save account that we just talked about. But the thing with this one is that you do need at least $500 minimum to get started, and it also doesn't allow for wire transfers either. So I thought I'd read this review here that explains it a little bit better than I can. It says, "I'm a customer of Western Alliance. For those interested, here is a link to their current HYSA. It is ACH in and out only, no wire transfers. So if your child is kidnapped and you need to pay the ransom pronto, this ain't for you. Otherwise, enjoy the yield."
Boy, that escalated quickly.
So the Western Alliance High Yield Savings Account definitely has the highest APY of them all, but there are those few different things to look out for. This next one is one of my favorites. It's the Capital One 360 Performance Savings Account with a current APY of 4.35%, which compared to some of the other savings accounts is kind of on the lower end. But it is a lot more well known of a bank. It's one of the top 10 largest in the nation, so it does have some physical branch locations, as well as access to over 70,000 ATMs. And it's also a perfect account to use if you already own a Capital One credit card, which brings me to the next high yield savings account that is very similar to Capital One. It's the American Express High Yield Savings Account, also paying 4.35% APY, and is another one that is perfect if you already own an Amex card. Although you don't need to have the credit card to open up the savings account, this account also has no minimum amount to get started, as well as 0 monthly maintenance fees, and is kind of known for its world-class customer service. So another great online savings account to help build and grow your cash pile. So I'm gonna link all these different savings accounts in the description below, and I'm not affiliated or anything by these banks, but let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next time.